Hey guys, what's going on? I thought I'd do a final part to the sequence of videos from Alpha Trades. So Alpha Algo, or Alpha Algo Trades. You can see the three videos I've done so far, this one on the bottom left, the Sniper X1, the Scalper X2, and also the X3 as well. And so I really enjoyed the first one and the second one. Wasn't as keen on the third one, and this final one is something they call the trending trade or trend trading algo. So let's see here. So trend catcher actually is what they call it. So a lot of these different algos, and there's so many of these all over the place, have something called the trend catcher. This one is interesting because it's included in the package for the $39 or whatever it is. I'll leave a link in the description below. This one's actually not bad. So I'd definitely say that X1 and X2 are better. But if you are into this kind of thing, I think you'll enjoy the trend catcher by Alpha Trades as well. Before we get started, I want to mention a couple of things. The first one, as always, is learn how to win 90% of your trades in just 90 seconds. This is a free video series that we offer. It basically gives you everything you need to know on how to sell options for premium, collect money whether the market goes up, down, or sideways. And this is one of my key ways of making money, and I highly encourage everybody to at least do this free course. Some people charge thousands for this type of information. Lance from Theta Traders and I put this together for you guys completely for free. It's a series of emails, so you do need to put in your email address, and you can check out that page in the description below and go through it all. And it's something that really should be added to everybody's arsenal, especially in a market like this one, where you'll get choppy ups and choppy downs, choppy ups, choppy downs. This is something that can weather those storms pretty nicely. The other thing I want to bring your attention to is we're running a 3-day free trial for my original Discord, which is called Sidekick Traders. 3 days completely for free. Come and check it out. We have a guy in there who is winning just all the time. So this guy is really well known. Basically scalps SPX options, and you can typically make 30% to 700% per trade, with losses pretty much typically held less than 50%, so he's really good at cutting his losses. I doubted this guy, so I asked to see a copy of his brokerage, and he sent me some screenshots that seemed very legitimate to me, so I'm pretty happy promoting him at this point because I've just seen the results that people have had. One guy today actually just said in the service, he said, the only service you need is Sidekick Traders Goldman. I hope he's not going anywhere. I caught his 2 p.m. trade today, bought 7 contracts of SPX, gone a little late, and that is something that is a problem, but we have ways to remedy that inside the Discord, where we can teach you how to get in at roughly the same time as Goldman, using his course and just using some common sense and some little tricks that we've learned. And so he said he'd gone a little late, which is not unexpected, but scaled out 4, 2, and 1 at profit targets for a total profit of $910, super quick and easy. Here's a screenshot showing his 7 SPX contracts bought and then scaling out. So if you can do it, most people can do it. It comes and goes. Sometimes it's a little faster, sometimes it's slower. If you've tried it before and you're still not sure, come back in for the 3-day trial. Check out the strategy that we've included inside Discord now. So we've actually got a strategy more outlined. So if you go here, we have Goldman SPX scalps, Goldman strategy. We've actually put in a lot more information about how to do these trades. On top of that, Ryan, the guy behind this, actually has a course that you can buy. It's really low cost. It will really help get entries on par with his. And this guy did 800% last quarter. Not this last quarter, the quarter before that when I looked at his records. And so it's worth trying this. If you have the time throughout the day to scalp SPX, this is the guy you want to be following. So definitely check those out. So you can see I'm in Alpha Trades Discord. Been looking at the trend catcher stuff today. I was looking through the Discord in general, and it's not bad. It's got some good stuff in it. One thing that got my interest, and I've not researched this, I'm not planning to, but if you guys purchase this, I'll put a link in the description below, that you can get these auto trading bots. So whatever the HFT bot is, the Forex bot and the gold bot, these might actually be fun and interesting to use. I don't know anything about them, and I'm not planning to research them or try them because, in my opinion, like avoiding some of these weird anonymous Discord bots probably gonna be good in the long run, right? Let's just leave those alone. Maybe buy bots from more reputable people that have had more, more experience with this. I don't know what these are, but they might be of interest to people looking to automate their trading. I don't know, so I'm not recommending either way with these bots. However, overall, I would say so far, just to kind of summarize my review so far, I would say this is as good as Algo Pro, if not better, for shorter time frames. Algo Pro is more versatile. It has an 80-85% win rate probably. But this one, Alpha Trades, I would say is probably on like the 1 minute scale. Is probably superior if you know what you're doing. It takes a little bit of practice. So I've definitely been impressed overall with this. And the final part of this, like I said, is this trend catcher thing. So let's have a look at that in more detail. Now, the guys actually do a really good job with their videos. So a lot of the stuff I'm talking about you can find on their YouTube channel. They talk about how to basically use these bots and things. So let's go through some of the things they say. First of all, the 4 hour is what they consider like the long-term trend, right? So with just the signals on the trend catcher, you can see there's a B for buy here. Obviously, this has been a long, steady uptrend, which is great. And then the sells worked really well here, at least the start of a sell. You go back a little bit, let things load. The sell worked really well here, even in 2022. Pretty nice. So you can see that these signals do work on the longer time frames, the 4 hour time frames. They also work on a shorter as well, but like all these algos, they start to get a little bit cranky when they get to the shorter time frames. So you can start to see that in this case there's really no signals showing up. Here's a sell signal, so you can see it does actually work. Buy signal here, but you got to be a little bit more careful because this was a huge, this was unique circumstances though. This was FOMC came out, and of course it did the usual spike and came down. So you might want to be careful with any algo, including this one, at this type of time period when these government federal reports are coming out. So you can see the buy signal here worked, the sell didn't work here. And of course they do what all these algos do, and what you should do in your own trading is add confluence to these things. So you want to add in other features that give you confirmation, or basically added confluence to whether you want to actually do these or not. Now, this is the first time in the Alpha Trades algo system that I've seen a sensitivity rating, and this one goes from 0.5 to 12. The recommendation is to keep it around 5.5. It's what seemed to be what they're saying. So not to play with it too much, and you know, so I'm just leaving it like that. The cool thing here is you can add in these different things. One of the things they do is a VWAP, which is added in here. So you can do clever things like say, hey, it's bouncing off the VWAP and there's a buy sign, so I'm going to buy this particular signal. And so you can start to filter things based on that, just that one parameter itself, which is pretty good. So we have this VWAP. Now, of course, most traders use a VWAP of some sort. This one apparently is slightly different, but we're not really sure how. And you can see that the VWAP turns from red to green, so obviously you probably want to look for it being a green VWAP with a buy signal, so you're getting the trend. So yeah, so that's one thing they added in. None of this is particularly proprietary in my opinion. Like, I've seen this on all these different algo systems. Support and resistance is another one that they add in. This is useful, but a lot of them have it. So you can see again there's a resistance line here. You might not want to, well, a support line, sorry, in green, and then the resistance is in red. So let's take a look at some of the signals on SPY on the 5 minute. I might go out actually in time a little bit just so that it's a little bit more obvious. A little bit more accurate as well, so you guys can see just sort of a bit more of the information here. So for example, if you're getting a strong sell signal here and we have strong support, you may not want to take that signal, right? Because it breaks through and you'd be like, okay, cool, we've broken support. You got to give it a little bit of time because it just regained that support really quickly. So you might want to negate signals that are doing that kind of thing. So there's all these different tricks you can play. For example, here we've tested resistance twice, then you get a sell signal. That's probably a good indication that you want to sell this, and sure enough, that's what happens. So you can see this is not complete nonsense. It does work to some degree. For example, here you're getting a buy signal. You've already tested this support level, and sure enough, we get a nice move up for a bit. So it definitely works to some extent. Is this the smoking gun that allows you to make every penny, you know, in the market? I don't think so, but you can start to see how you can add in some of these different things. So one thing I thought that was interesting was their market reversal points, or momentum reversal points that they added. So initially I thought that these were just like points of resistance, or reversal, sorry, I'm not seeing them. Maybe it's trend reversal. Let's add that. Let's get rid of the support just now. So we have the reversal points marked. So initially, what I thought was like, well, this sucks. It says there's a reversal here, but then the trend still continues up. It says a reversal here, but the trend still continues up. Eventually, there is an actual reversal. But when I listened to the owner of this particular product, he basically said what he looks for is a buy signal like this, and he'll actually scale out on the reversal symbols. So he'll say, okay, cool, I've got a nice move up to here. They're saying a potential reversal. There's going to be one soon, so I'm going to take some profits here. So he actually uses the reversals as his profit targets, really, which is interesting. You should probably just call them profit targets. But that's what he does. And so eventually it's going to reverse, and at least somewhat, and at least you've taken some profits on the way up. So that's kind of the way he explained how he uses these reversals, because if you look at this, it just looks like nonsense, right? You've got this uptrend and all these reversal things, and you're like, okay, this is just nonsense. But that's how he says he uses them. So that was good to hear, because you know, you can see this move up on the buy signal, reversal. Okay, take profits while we consolidate here. Don't take all profits though, because we continued to trend up all the way up to here. In fact, it's still going on the 1 hour chart. You just see this going and going and going. So that's one of the key points I wanted to make about this, because the reversal zones have always puzzled me, because like, why would you, like, a lot of the time they don't signify a reversal, and that's the reason though. For example, here the sell, it sold off like it should on, this is the 1 hour chart on SPY, and basically it came up with a reversal here, and sure, this consolidated sideways, but you would have locked in some profits right before you hit this bottom here where it said reversal again, so you'd lock in some more profits, and then it really did reverse, and it reversed on a big scale here to the point where you would have lost all your money if you hadn't taken those profits. So I actually do like that feature. I think that's pretty good. I wish it called it like profit targets and things, but it is what it is. All these people, they changed the code slightly, they changed the different like ways of displaying things. A lot of these algos seem to copy each other. I'm not saying this particular one does, but it's kind of a little bit of a gray area in this field, I think. And honestly, I'm getting a little bit bored of doing these algos, even though there's a lot of them and a lot of people are interested in them. I'm getting a little bit bored with them. It's the same old over and over and over again, so we'll see. Anyway, this is another feature they have, which is also on some of the other algos I've covered. I think Lux and even Algo Pro has this, where you add in the alpha trend lines. So you can start, instead of having to draw all the lines yourself, you can start, you know, using this feature that draws all the key lines from peaks to peaks and valleys to valleys. And you can start to see, well, here we are on this potential uptrending yellow channel, and that this could be a good entry to go long, for example, thinking that we're going to make it to the top of this channel, or if it breaks it, you'd cut your losses quickly. So you can start to really put some simple technical analysis on here without doing any work, which is really cool. So I do like that, and I'll leave a link in the description if you want to purchase this program, because it is decent. I would say it's on par with Algo Pro. I still prefer Algo Pro just because I've used it more probably, but there's some cool features on this. When you combine this stuff with all the stuff I've talked about in the previous videos, I think you'd agree that there is definitely some value here. This is a monthly service though, so you have to pay month to month, or you can buy lifetime, but it's like $800, which compared to Algo Pro at $179 seems a little steep. So that's what I wanted to point out about that. Overall, I really like this product. I would definitely recommend it if it's something, you know, that you're looking for, this kind of indicator system. And I'll leave a link in the description for the link to buy this at the best possible price. And I hope that this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you guys soon.